I wonder what question is on the Crash Bandicoot fanbase's mind right now. Oh dear. What's up guys, Canadian Guy here, and back with a video that, well, I think I needed to talk about. So recently, PlayStation Underground had gotten 20 minutes of amazing footage for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, showing off hub worlds, a boss race, and the opening cinematic. Everything about it was great. Well, at least that's what I thought. But if you go to the comment section of the video, in fact, if you go to any comment section recently about CTR, it has been all but one question. Trophy girls. Where are them trophy girls? These were the characters that stood around the podium at the end of each race as your character dances in celebration of their victory. Or, you know, loss. At least in the original they did. In the footage that we have seen, from the Electron Avenue trailer to the 20 minutes of PlayStation Underground, we have not seen the female bandicoots parading around racers' victories. In today's video, we're going to take a deeper dive into this subject. We're going to explore a few possibilities to why they were removed, if they were gone in the first place, and what could be done as additional options if they have been cut. So I'm going to preface this video with the first obvious fact. The game is not out yet. We have not seen everything thus far, and we have not seen the final build of the game. Therefore, it's entirely possible that the trophy girls are in the game, but are not revealed yet for, well, whatever reason. I am typing this script on May 27th, 2019, so things may be revealed or changed by the time you watch this video. So remember this as we continue. Also, try to make it to the end of the video. The fate of the trophy girls does look bleak, but there is evidence of hope, so try to hold on. Let's get the obvious out and out of the way. The trophy girls back in the day had some suggestive themes. The first thing that comes to mind as to why they would be cut actually is quite simple. The ESRB, the ratings board that determines what suggested age groups should play certain games. The ESRB looks at footage during production and gives suggestions on what the game will likely score by the end of its development. Some companies don't care what score they get for their games, but some aim for a certain rating, as the more kid-friendly you are, the more of an audience you likely have access to. Now some of you might be thinking, well, most people will be playing the game will be young adults. Who cares if it scores a rated T rating? But there's a few arguments to be made here. First off, the original game was rated E for everyone. As a remaster, should it not try to follow in a similar path? And secondly, a pattern this channel has observed for the past few years is that Activision has a kid-friendly quota that they want to meet. This is at least one kid-friendly game is supposed to come out per year. If the game had gotten a T rating, it's no longer technically a kid-friendly game. On top of that, if you're aiming for a certain rating, the ESRB has quite a bit of control. Time to quickly turn to Spyro. Remember the Twilight Harbor fiasco? The meltdowns that happened over narcs getting goo guns instead of the original machine guns? Well, according to leaks by backed anonymous sources, allegedly, keyword here allegedly, the gun changes were heavily driven by the ESRB. To sum it up quickly, they basically were told that if the gun stayed, Spyro would have gotten a T rating. There's more to it than that, but I'm not going to get into it. The point is that the ESRB may have stepped in and asked for a change to the trophy girls due to some of their suggestive sexual themes. Now we also need to think of the other characters and the game as a whole. See, Pinstripe has a Tommy gun that he likes to fire off and use, and in the game we know as a fact that he still has it, as we have seen it in various trailers. It might be the combination of having Pinstripe's gun and the trophy girls was a bit too much for the ESRB to maintain its E10 plus rating. Maybe they had to decide to drop one, and maybe Beanox felt that Pinstripe's Tommy gun was more important. Here's the official reasoning behind ESRB's rating of the game. Quote, This is a kart racing game in which characters control characters from the Crash Bandicoot universe in races around whimsical tracks. As players collect items, example, fruit, crystal, keys, they can use power-ups to speed past or slow down opponents. Cartoony bombs, missiles, and TNT boxes can be used against opponents. Racers are sometimes seen flailing around while on fire. One boss is depicted shooting a machine gun into the air and around Crash's vehicle. In one sequence, a character can be seen picking his nose and eating the booger. In another scene, seagull droppings appear on top of rocks. Seriously? We need to include the fact that a character is seen picking his nose and bird poop on rocks? Is this how sensitive we become? A parent might be appalled by bird poop in a video game. Ooh! This is what we're dealing with. If the game needs to mention that there is bird poop on rocks as a part of its judgment on its age rating, how do you think they're going to react to having a Tommy gun and, this? But to be honest, there's another aspect that I think comes into play. In Electron Avenue's skins trailer, it was revealed that a lot of skins also have custom podium animations, and some of them are quite elaborate. It is quite possible that the trophy girls were cut because they took up too much space on the screen for the more crazy podium animations. Removing them would open up the space for more flexibility and complexity when it comes to these victory animations. So maybe that's why they were cut from the game. Or maybe it was a combination of creative flexibility and with the ESRB asking for changes that the best overall choice would have been to just remove them. But don't lose hope, because there is something found by a Crash fan that has raised my eyebrow. Dazzling Dazad pointed something out on Twitter from the original CTR trailer that caught my attention. And by the way, go follow him over on Twitter. He's a great Crash and Spyro fan, so show him some love. But if we look in the top left corner here of the trailer, we see this orange arm. Now, it's longer, lanky, and wherever it's coming from someone who's taller than Crash. So it honestly looks like a tall female Bandicoot that's, well, not Coco, as she's about the same height as Crash. So it comes down to two characters. It's either a trophy girl or a character that many have asked to be in the game, and that is Tana. Now, Tana has been one of the characters that has been highly requested for a long time. Since we know the game is also made in the Alchemy engine, her model and rig could be imported into the game. But what if we were to kill two birds with one stone? What if there's a way to make fans happy, appease the ESRB, and leave enough space for the elaborate podium animations? Beanox, here is my idea. First off, this idea would have to require Tana as a racer, which I think would be a smart choice, as there are almost no females other than Coco in the game. And no, Pura and Polar are not females. They have already been confirmed as dudes. Don't scream at me in the comment section about it. Now, I can't take full credit, as I was having a conversation with a friend of the channel, Jan Animations. If you haven't checked him out, go subscribe to him. And he had reminded me of an idea that I had a while back, and it turned out that he had the exact same idea. If Tana is a racer, I would say the best compromise of all parties would be to have the trophy girls' outfits and recolors as skins for Tana. As you can see, they all look like they were based on the same tall bombshell female Bandicoot. Additionally, her podium animation with the skins could be with the podium girl's umbrella as a victory dance. Even funnier would be that if she had lost, she could snap the umbrella in half over her knee if she got in second or third place, as she had shown off at the start of the Crash Insane trilogy that she could definitely kick some scientific butt. This compromise would keep the trophy girls in the game, appease the ESRB, allow space for podium animations, and as a bonus have additional content for Tana. Not to mention, if Tana's recolors and skins are references to the original trophy girls, it would have more meaning than just being a random recolor or palette swap. But again, I stress, the game is not out yet, so I do not know what Beanox's plans are. This idea may not apply by the time the game comes out, or it would have to come out as separate separate DLC, as we are less than a month away from release. But based off what we know so far, this would be my pitch and plan to keep the trophy girls in the game. But what are your thoughts? Do you think Tana will be in the game? Do you think the trophy girls are truly gone? And do you think that the skins of the trophy girls for Tana would work and be a proper compromise for you? Comment below and let me know. By the way, a huge shout out to my Patreons and sponsors on the channel. I appreciate your support and letting me be able to do this full time, as I got a family to feed. If you want to support the channel, the Patreon is in the description below, and be sure to subscribe for more nostalgic content. And while you're at it, why not check out another video I recently made? Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.